Hi guys, DJ Lunchbox to the Wrestling Mayhem Show, and I want to talk to you about PittsburghOnVideo.org. It is the place to be for all things Pittsburgh related on video. You can find lots and lots of videos from Sorgatron Media as well as many, many other people, all based out of Pittsburgh. It's a fantastic place to be. We love the city, you love the city, and if you don't, you will. PittsburghOnVideo.org. Check it out.
Parental discretion is advised.
Hello, folks. This week on the Wrestling Mayhem Show, Mike Rayne talks indie wrestling and fish. We discuss iPay-per-view failures, Mean Girls, all this, and Mike the Intern makes his saucy debut. If you don't want to miss this one, stick around.
Just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then
You made it! It's been a hard week without us, but you've made it. Well done. You've made it all the way to Wrestling Mayhem 375. Well done, my friends! We've got a hell of a show for you. You stumbled upon us most likely at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, also possibly at SorgatronMedia.com. We're going to cut right to the chase. We want your emails, and we want them at
Good times!
Good times. That's right, at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. But no, my friends, that's not the only way you can get a hold of us. You can also get a hold of us on the phone, on the cellular telephone machine. Everyone has one, and you can call us. You can call us at 412-206-WMS0. That's 412-206-9670. You can find us on Twitter at Mayhem Show, as well as a number of other places, because we all got Twitters. You can find us on Facebook. Great discussions happen on Facebook. You can even find us on Google+. That's right, folks. Google+. We're cutting edge. Find us on iTunes. We would love it. If you like the show, go ahead over to iTunes. Go on over to iTunes. Leave us a good rating. We would love comments. Welcome. You can watch us every Tuesday night, right about 9 o'clock on WrestlingMayhemShow.blip.tv. You can also find our many fine videos at YouTube.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. There's also a link here that says MediaFly.com. It's likely you can find us there as well.
No, that's
Listen
not, that
to us
shouldn't
on
be there
your
anymore.
Your account's using
Whoops,
whoops, your password.
there's a lady
What's that?
talking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Is it time? We're watching the news.
No, it's not. No, we're not. No, I don't think you said one.
Lady.
The live.sorgatronmedia.com is where you can find us live, not Blip TV. I think if I heard that right.
Well, we'll fix that. We'll fix it for the next episode.
All right.
You can also listen to us on your iPhone, your Android phone, your BlackBerry device, WebOS, fuck a Windows phone. You can find us on Stitcher. Stitcher is smart radio for your phone. Find it in your app store or at Stitcher.com. You can also find us on something called Spreaker and Downcast, if you can believe that, Downcast. And if you're poor, like we are, you can also find us in the regular stock iTunes podcast app. If you're not poor, you can buy shirts with our gorgeous faces on them. Head over to WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Pick one up today. If you're into spending money on the Wrestling Mayhem Show, oh boy, for just $1.99, you can get the iPhone app. The iPhone app has almost everything that I just described to you except for the shirts. You don't get a shirt when you buy the app, but what you do get is something better. You get new, fresh, and exclusive content each and every week. Mayhem Show Gold. We record it and put it out there just for you, the app buyers. Go and buy it now. It's available on your phone. Most likely you have found us podcast, but live around about 9 o'clock every Tuesday night at live.com. Hop on in, enjoy yourself, roll around in the chat room. We get a great chat each and every week.
All right, I'm going to step in there because you're turning very robot-y, DJ Lunchbox. I'm Sorgatron here in studios in Pittsburgh, PA, the Mayhem Studios. Oh, we're all off this week. Coming up is... Oh, it looks like he's frozen. Coming up in this hour, we do talk with Mike Rayne, the Doppler Effect Mike Rayne, who joined us at Super Indy a couple weeks ago, IWC Super Indy 12. So we'll be talking to him some surprising questions and learning a good bit about Anthony Nese's hands. With us, DJ Lunchbox, if he comes back from across the North Shore, but also joining us from Corpus Christi, Texas, where there are no thunderstorms. Eamon to please on the Twitters.
Yeah, not true. No thunderstorms whatsoever.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm here somehow.
You never have this problem like we've been having all night up here in Pittsburgh.
No, not at all. Why would Texas is king of technology?
And with us also,
Nothing ever goes wrong here.
with us also from the Bronx, New York, Mad Mike.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
We don't have storms here. It's just really hot.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's really hot.
I
Unlike
want to rain.
Texas.
Can you transfer some wetness here, Sork?
I think it's on its way from the sounds
It's
of things.
very
So
warm.
we lost Bobby during Let's Play as the storms went his way. We're talking Game of Thrones inspired finishing moves for Mike Rayne in there. The Reigns of Kashmir. It's a good one. We'll have to pass that along to
The
them. So-
Lannisters are coming.
the Lannisters are coming. I'm thrown off now. Hopefully, LB comes back here, but we got plenty of fan mail. So let's try to digest that and get it out there. Who's got the first one?
I'll do it.
Yes, people are excited about it, man.
Yeah.
This is a podcast. It's Tuesday night. These people,
Yeah, well,
these people bled and sweat and typed for this, for you to read this. The least you can do is give them all of your energy.
I was gonna say, so are you required to read the lady email? Because I don't mind reading the lady.
Oh,
email.
is it? No, yeah, you can do the lady email.
It's the first one here, so I'm gonna read it first.
Okay, at least it's not in pink this week.
There's a little pink. But
There's a
that's
little
okay. Greetings, the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Once again, I have some questions for your capable brains, even the young, semi-formed mind of one Mr. Eamon Dick Van Payton. I almost mispronounced my last name. Holy shit.
Good, because I never get it right.
Yeah, that's awesome. Should be able to handle these like aplomb. Oh, the big words. Number one, AJ Lee's Caitlyn cosplay was pretty good, but what is your favorite instance of wrestler dress-up? I think I've got to go with Edge recreating Ric Flair's Highway Freakout. If anyone says a DX parody, I will travel through the internet like so much Freakazoid and punch that person in the thorax.
I
Now,
gotta say,
wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute. DX doing the Nation was amazing.
It was.
Hey, you're getting a punch in the thorax, just a heads up.
Yep.
That's fine, but I stand by my argument. That's not
Gonna
my
find
favorite.
you.
I'm just saying that was really good.
It's gonna find you.
My favorite is Big Show as Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah, he had a
No,
good string
the show,
there.
the showster, brother. Come on.
I gotta say, NWO, as horrible taste as it was, as bad as it was, NWO doing the my spot with the Four Horsemen,
Yes.
not my dog spot, not a spot on my skin. It's my spot in the Four Horsemen. That was pretty good, actually.
I love that out of all the things Eric Bischoff did, he said, I kind of wish I didn't do that one. Like, that's the line for him.
Yeah.
That's the line.
Yeah, that's the line.
What about you, Eamon?
It's a more recent one, but one of my favorite as of late that I can think of was when Miz dressed up as The Rock.
Okay.
Oh,
'Cause
that's a good one, too.
It was, you had a moment where you literally thought it was him. So I think that should be given,
yeah.
praise for that aspect.
I was going to give you crap about picking a recent one because, of course, you're a fetus, but that one's really good.
Yep.
Yeah, they're saying DX Doing Nation in the chat room is seconded. Punk as Jeff Hardy is good too, says like Kick. Yeah, actually, he did a pretty good job with that.
And this is TNA related, but Kaz as AJ Styles. It was so much win.
Oh, yeah?
was so
he
much
just
win.
wore a hood, really.
I know, but he acted racist and horrible, and it worked.
And that's what made it perfect. All right, what else we got there, Eamon?
Also in that email, because I forgot there was more email. 2. Aside from Heyman and Punk, who are your favorite wrestling best friends? My 2 choices are AJ Styles and Chris Daniels, baby named, and also New Jack and drugs.
They really are good friends.
Oh, again,
Did we say-
should anyone... Hold on.
Go ahead.
Again, should anyone include Triple H, that person's tummy is going to get the heck punched out of it via the internet.
Wow. I want to see that. Well, you,
I don't
LB,
blame her.
LB, since you dropped out of the last question, what do you think about for this one?
Matt Hardy and Twinkies.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good
Ooh,
one.
Jeff Hardy and meth.
Oh, also great.
Ooh, even better, Lita and Cox.
Aww.
All of those.
Funaki and getting
All of
pinned.
those are my answer.
Hey, you leave Funaki alone. He's a nice man.
I don't think we can go on with this question after that. Shark Boy and Curry Man. That's a good one, Alex. Shark Boy and oh no, that's a different thing.
Ooh, I like Driz's Layla and Michelle McCool.
There you go. There you go.
No, I actually like Cody and Damian Sandow.
Yeah, I gotta second that one.
Yeah.
That's like the best.
That's pretty good.
And they're playing it as "This is my friend." You know, like they outright say that. You know, it's so.
This
so
isn't
blatant.
just like we're a tag team.
Yeah. No, like no, this is my good friend for real. You know, that's a lot of fun, and I hope they keep doing it forever. Excellent.
Grizz, I'm surprised. Eamon, I'm surprised you didn't say the Chickbusters.
I
I'm
thought
shocked.
the Chickbusters were off the table because it was in the email. But yeah, I like the Chickbusters. I also really enjoyed the friendship between Derek Bateman and Daniel Bryan from NXT Season 4. I'm a big fan of that. Because Chicks in America. And yeah.
All right. Wait, was that all on the chat on that one?
Bobby says Al Snow and Steve Blackman.
that was
Liz says Tensai and Tyre.
Matt
Okay.
Hardy and his reflection.
Aw,
All right.
No, those
Was
are
that all from that
Sting and
email
Lex
then?
Luger.
What's that?
Sting and Lex Luger. They were like best friends in WCW, weren't they?
Well, no. Well, they were.
Sting got Lex Luger his job. in
Yeah,
WCW.
we haven't introduced the Mayhemers to the Mayhem intern, Mike, here in the studio.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Hi, Mike.
Hey,
Hi. No, another Mike, right?
no.
So,
Too many.
Yeah, we need to
Mikes.
cook you up a nickname immediately.
yes.
Oh, okay. Hold on. No, Sorg. We'll do this as a contest. Next week, send in your nicknames for intern Mike. The winner will receive some sort of a prize.
There you go. We'll send you something. We
Which camera am I looking at?
this one here. Hi. So, but yeah, we'll do something. Yeah, email that goodtimeswrestlingmayhemshow.com at Mayhem Show or on the Facebook or Google Plus, and we'll definitely get that. All right, next email. Right? Okay, I got this one. It's nice and short.
WrestleFan didn't finish the last one.
WrestleFan.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Take care, keep on keeping on, and remember to stay gold, ponies, boy. Your
What?
pal, the Lugur... Oh, Jesus Christ. The
Lugubrious.
Lugubrious. That leg kick TKO.
Read a book, WrestleFan.
I love
That's
a good
in a book?
Outsiders reference. I couldn't let it go.
Yeah.
Woo! It's Bo fucking Diggity. Who on the show do I want to bone? Easy. Lunchbox. Get a nice mouth on him. Or got a nice mouth on him. Woo.
Both of those
Bo
work.
F Diggity.
Both of those work.
The F is for fucking LB's mouth parts. I forgot somebody asked that question last week.
Yeah.
It was actually
We only got
2
one
weeks ago, I think.
response, and it's me.
I got several responses via DM, and I don't care to share any of them.
Oh,
We got
shit.
one response.
Several responses
guy.
via DM. The DM stands for Dick Message.
Mike, do you want to take the next one?
Sure. Let's see. Hello, 10%ers. It's your boy Alex Cars with the first edition of a little segment I like to call Ring of Dishonor. In regards to someone who said they'd quit watching ROH over the iPay-per-view problems with Best in the World, wow. I see how you're not a real wrestling fan when you quiet being one over a stream. Just wait till DVD or when they put it on sale on their site to order. What makes this comment even more fun? It was edited. Twice, apparently. And the edit history shows 0 changes between the different versions. The fan hit the edit button twice and did no editing whatsoever. Until next time, this is Alex Cars reminding you to mind your P's and Q's when posting on the internet.
Wait, WrestleFan, is this you?
I'm not sure what any of that meant.
I'm not sure. Is
I'm
it-
assu-
is
I'm
this-
assu-
Yeah,
is
we're
this-
mixing shit
has
up.
to do
We're
with
mixing
the
shit up.
DVD of
I'm
Best in
reading
the
Lady
World.
Mail. Mike's reading Independent Mail.
It's
Who's
all
gonna
over the
read
place.
BBC?
It's all over the place.
Well, I wasn't going to read the Russian email because that's not my gimmick.
That's true. That's true.
I was just told to go next.
So yeah, I guess Ring of Honor had some streaming problems again this week. There was a huge
We'll talk
thread.
about that in a little bit.
Huge thread that happened on Facebook. We'll get to that in a minute here. So there we go. LB, this one's yours.
All right. Hey. It's me. It's at Big PPC, fan of the motherfucking year. At work and busy, so what a Raw and ROH had pay-per-view questions. What is your favorite Daniel Bryan feud? What is your thoughts on the Wyatt family's first feud on the main roster? Till next week, it's Big PPC. Take care. Mayhem Crew sent from my phone.
I almost didn't get the music in time.
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah.
As a short, well, he is at work and busy, so...
So there's no question.
There's two questions.
No. What is your favorite
Oh,
Daniel Bryan
okay.
feud?
What were
First
you
of
listening
all,
to?
I was looking at the wrong one. My bad.
Yeah. So
Daniel, does this include Ring of Honor feuds, or is it just WWE feuds?
No.
what? No.
No.
Daniel Bryan is a WWE property.
I mean, really, has he had a lot of feuds yet
He
to
really
speak
hasn't.
of? No. I mean,
No. My favorite Daniel Bryan feud is simple. It was against Michael Cole.
My favorite
I did-
Daniel
I-
Bryan feud is with The Miz.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did like the feud with The Miz, not just because of Daniel Bryan, but I really liked the aspect of Miz being sort of like the ideal of what WWE wants in a superstar.
Yeah.
Good looking.
yeah.
Someone you can put in the media and all that stuff against somebody that really looks like an independent wrestler, but was amazing.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Punk Bryan AJ triangle, like Kane in there a little bit over that summer. I just really enjoyed it.
Why is Kane always involved in love triangles?
I don't know because of
what else are they going to do?
he's a softy.
He's a complicated man that no one understands him but his woman's
That's right.
Kane.
Kane. WMS. I
What
see
is
how
your
it
thoughts
is.
on the Wyatt's
Oh,
family's
wait, sorry.
first feud on the main roster?
It hasn't happened yet. If that's the question.
I keep hearing Jericho. I don't believe it.
No,
Yeah.
I
I think it's going to come out of nowhere.
don't know why. I don't know why I think this. I think Miz.
Miz?
I
think
don't
it
know
could be
why
Miz.
I think this.
Like,
I
there's
don't
got to be
absolutely
somebody.
know-
And it is like the somebody that they have a reason just to make their lives a living hell, right?
I don't think
You
they're
know?
going to feud with anyone in the beginning. I think they're going to be
Not.
just destroying people, and it's going to be awesome, and they're going to be looked at as this really defining, sort of intimidating force.
Yeah.
And then somebody eventually is going to step up and.
So they're
challenge
just going to do the Shield gimmick.
And maybe. I mean, no,
I don't
they
think
come
they're
out.
gonna do
But
No. They come out. They put them against whatever teams, with the two big guys wrestling and Wyatt coming out and doing his on the mic thing, and putting everything over. I think that's what they build that for a few weeks before they get involved with anybody.
Exactly.
I don't
that's
think
what
they're
I mean.
going to have. I don't think they're going to have the tag team wrestle yet.
No.
No, I don't, because if they come out and start dominating people, it's only going to be a matter of time before people expect them to fight with the Shield, and
That's
they
true.
should keep those two groups as far away as possible.
Or do we finally have some other feud tag team thing happening that doesn't involve the championship that adds a little bit of depth to the division?
That would be nice.
That'd be nice. Can I? Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's the last question.
WMS, I see how it is. First, you decide to take out Chuckie, the voice of the people, the voice of this in every generation, and more importantly, the now former voice of the Riz off of Wrestling Mayhem Show, and now you turn your fingers and you point them at me and my fans. What?
Yeah, you have fans,
some
bro.
oscillating, some hanging, and some being my aunt who saw my picture that one time. No more!
Is your aunt dead? Is that what happened?
I don't know. Welcome to the Riz Revolution, the Rizolution, the Rizocalypse, the Rizpocalypse for the iPhone and the Android device or something.
I'm fine with Rizocalypse. I'm not fine with resolution. That's Emma's territory. You stay out of that.
No. Riz on my face. That's his hashtag.
Oh, that's right.
That's his hashtag.
Maybe I can get it trending or something. Maybe get like a t-shirt made or something. I don't know. Being fake angry is hard. Meh. Raw was awesome last night, wasn't it? Anyways, I'll see you in the chat. Until next time, and there will be a next time. TheEriz. P.S. Watch Let's Play. Read InsertCoinToBegin.com. Smiley face, winky face, smiley face, winky face. Somebody listened to me about self-promoting last night.
Do we have an outlet around here? Because we're full of plugs.
Wow!
Oh, shit. 20 points to Rezzle,
Eamon,
man.
to please, you have succeeded, sir.
Oh, wow. And then speaking of pleasure, here's AJ with a voicemail.
Ball, fucking, diggity. I'm here to tell you things. But boys, number one, I agree. Punk's performance is just a bit. I don't want to say falling off, because he's still CM fucking Punk, but falling off a bit. I think he's hitting Jericho land, where people just expect him to have good matches, but he doesn't necessarily have to have a good match for people to consider it a good match. I would love to see Bryan versus Punk for the title at WrestleMania. I think they could do it, but it would require them putting the world title on one of them, probably Bryan. The reason they will not put the WWE title on is because, well, John Cena needs to hold or have something to fight for at WrestleMania in 2 years or next year, and this year's 30. So I could see them having that sort of thing going on with Punk and Bryan. I could see Punk just hanging it up if he loses, which he probably would. Bryan coming up now, I would love to see, Punk help get guys like Cesaro and Ono and the Wyatt family, and I'd love to see him help get some of these guys over. Instead of feuding with the three guys at the top. We still haven't really had like a Punk Ziggler title match. I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
But I think that it's not going to happen. I think they need to let Punk and Bryan get into a long feud, like a 6-month kind of thing. Started in like Survivor Series. I know that's not a full 6 months, whatever. Started in Survivor Series, let it go through WrestleMania, and just force, like, really build a strong feud ending at WrestleMania. Let it happen, kids. It can happen. It can happen to you. And this is Bo Diggity signing off. Woo! By the way, this is spelled F Diggity. The F is for Farquaad. Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad?
Okay.
I think
Sounds like he's compensating for something.
I think he's been watching some cartoons with this kid. No, I don't think they'll give it the time it needs for Bryan and Punk.
No, it's not happening. I'm sorry.
It's gonna get shot.
It's like I said. Them happening at WrestleMania. Vince McMahon doesn't have has too much of a hair up his butthole to ever let that happen.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, and with that, let's go to our interview. Mike Rayne on the line here.
Just tell them to find me on MySpace.
On MySpace?
Yeah. Everybody should still have a MySpace. MySpace is making a comeback.
I just put pro wrestling.
Trust me, I'm gonna get some wrestling gear with the MySpace symbol on it. Actually,
there you go. Everybody else is doing. I mean, I've seen indie guys with like that's not right. That's not the right shot.
Hashtags.
That's with like hashtags, and then there's like this with the little thumbs up thing and everything. So, all right.
Well, it was that, or I was gonna get Scooter and Skeeter from Muppet Babies. On some wrestling gear.
See. That's a tough choice.
You know what? I think we're starting the interview with that right there. Guys, Mike Rayne Great stuff. He's bringing MySpace back. The Doppler effect. He's doing some great stuff. I think the first time I saw you, Mike, was I think Proving Grounds for IWC. Is that right?
Absolutely. That was the first time that I debuted at IWC. Yes, I made some waves because they decided to keep telling me to come back.
Definitely. It was a really cool concept. Got to see a lot of new faces last year. I'm excited because Proving Grounds coming back around again here with IWC, of course, where you made your debut, and a bunch of other guys that have made waves in the last, 11 months here with IWC. So tell everybody that, for people that haven't come across Mike Rayne, when they see you on the card coming up at a show, what do they have to expect from you?
First, I want to throw this little tidbit in there. I have been working for IWC for 11 months, and 9 of those 11 months, I was undefeated.
Yes, that's
Throwing
right.
that in there.
That's right. I believe you came to a head of undefeateds against Anthony Nese for the Super Indie belt, right?
He cheated.
Of course.
Of course he did. The premature athlete cheated. That's what that was.
Excellent.
Yeah,
So,
he raked my eyes with those little Chuckie doll hands of his. And I'm still bitter about it, and when I get a rematch, it's going down.
awesome. So what do people expect from you in the ring if they see you on a show?
If you see me at a show, I promise you that I will put on a show for you that you will never forget. For the simple fact that you will go home remembering that I went out there and I gave you my best effort. I guarantee that you're going to go home with your kids and your wife and you're going to be like, you know what? That Mike Rayne, he's got it. Something special. That's what I'm going to be.
Awesome. So tell me, of course, you've been around IWC a year here, like we said. You're from Youngstown, right across the border here. A little bit up a ways here from Pittsburgh. So you're quasi-local. I don't hear too many wrestlers coming out of Youngstown. First of all,
there's a good amount of us. It's just, I'm just actually the one that got called up and got the break, and I make sure that at all costs when I'm there, I represent each and every one of us. We're all the Youngstown boys, and it's always good because there's a couple of IWC fans that actually are from the Youngstown area, and they give me a good response. They like to cheer and chant YSU, which is the college out here, and it's there's a couple of us. You just have to keep on the look for us because we're a special group. We're definitely a special group that you don't want to get involved with.
Awesome. So how long you been in the biz here?
Coming up on August 1st will be 4 years for me. Yep.
So
that was my first show, August 1st in Elyria, Ohio.
Awesome. So what got you into wrestling? Everybody's got a story. Like, were you grown up wrestling, and you came across like I got to become a wrestler? How'd you decide to make the jump into it?
Well, it pretty much spanned from I've always had my hands in everything, and one thing that I always been able to circle back on was wrestling. I was a really good football player, a standout, and one thing I always used to do after football is watch wrestling. I did MMA I started training mixed martial arts when I was 9. I was in Pukalon when I was 9. From Pukalon to judo, from judo to boxing to Greco-Roman wrestling. I had a couple of bouts here and there, and one thing that I always used to do after training was watch wrestling. I was always drawn to it. There's a picture on my Facebook, if you actually find it, of me. I was about 4, and I have a Junkyard Dog action figure in my hand, actually.
I think I might have just scrolled past it looking for some pics on here for you. Awesome. So it was completely just bred into you, huh?
It's always been in me. So I just kind of, at one point, it was like, I'm going to do what I want to do at all costs. And it was a heck of a cost, but it was worth it. I would go to work at 7, work 10 hours, get off around 5:30. From 5:30, drive 2 hours up to Elyria for training. Get there in time to get my boots on in time. Train until 10. Drive back home 2 hours around midnight. Get something to eat. Ice up my wounds and do it all over again tomorrow. So, at all costs, I just wanted to do it, and I was blessed enough to be able to just finally go out and do it. And I shocked myself. I'm actually pretty good.
How much do you think that mixed martial arts helped you out in getting into the wrestling side?
I'm sorry? What'd you say?
How much do you think the mixed martial arts training helped you when you crossed over to the wrestling side?
You know, I tried to mask it for a long time because I didn't want to try and incorporate the two because a lot of people were doing it or trying to do it and just, you know, but I was just like, I want to circle away from it a little bit. And I tried to for a while. So when I started, I was probably 185 pounds. So I just went with the whole high-flying, daredevilish act, just trying to separate it. Next thing you know, I was just shooting around with one of my trainers in the ring, and he was like, "You are really good at this." He was like, "Why don't you put it in your work?" And I started throwing things in there a little bit, and it felt more natural. And so, with me putting on more size, and then I stopped jumping around as much, but I still, on an occasion, at least once a show, you need to jump off of something. You know, that's in the contract. When I sign on, wherever I wrestle, I will jump off of something at least once per show.
And that kind of goes.
One jump.
That kind of goes with it. You're definitely getting pinned with the just coming off a Super Indie here with IWC. You were in that great 4-way match. How was it to be part of something big that has that lineage of something like Super Indie?
It was just such an honor because the whole tournament was just an honor to be a part of. The guys that were involved, that were brought in to wrestle for this prestigious title, and this title, like, it means a lot. The Super Indie title, like, this represents all of us. For anybody that's ever laced on some boots, anybody that's ever traveled to a far distance and wrestled for practically nothing, but you did it just for the love of it, for the indie, you know, for you to hold the Super Indie title is a really big honor, and I'm absolutely hungry to do it, and it was just an honor that I got to be a part of Super Indie and be able to be a part of what all of those guys have done in the business of Super Indie that just pretty much paved the way for guys like me. It was just great to actually be able to share the same ring with them for one night.
Awesome. And I know DJ Lunchbox, I want to see if you have anything for Mike here. Your first night seeing him was Super Indie as well. Or wait, are you there? Did you drop off?
I'm here.
Okay.
Here. I did drop off, and I'm back. Is my video there?
Yeah, you're there. I just got to fix you here. But go ahead and ask away. I got your audio. No, go ahead.
I'm at the green field. I thought you did great at Super Indie, but like I said, I ask the ridiculous questions here on the show. So my question to you, good sir, is: are you a fan of the band Fish?
Am I a fan of what?
The band Fish.
Yes, I am. Absolutely.
Excellent. Fantastic. Have you ever got to see him live?
No, I have not, but I plan on it, and I plan on tagging along with you to see it.
Fantastic. Folks, you heard it here first. We are going to go see Fish absolutely live. Wrestle fan? How about you?
I heard that's the only way to see him is live. Like, that's like the best way to see him is live. So I'm in.
Absolutely. It's like the Grateful Dead or any other like jam band like that. If you don't see them live, you don't get the full experience. So
I'll transition it into a serious question. You mentioned competing in Super Indie this year, and you did compete in the second chance 4-way match. Didn't pick up the victory, but this year's Super Indie, I think, was known for sort of showcasing a lot of the best talent on the independent wrestling scene. That's something that IWC is very known for. Out of the people that were in that tournament, or maybe people that IWC could bring in, who's one of your dream opponents, and who do you want to fight coming up?
Oh, that's a great question because IWs, you got to think, they bring in some of the best. You know, everybody is there for a reason. You don't just get picked there; you earn your spot there. And I have to say, it's a tie because one of them is Anthony Nese. I hunger for a rematch with that guy. You know, it was just, we went out and tore it up. You know, it was just like, it was at a point where I think we just both got to a point looking at each other like, what do I have to do to beat you? You know, and then he found out when he raked my eyes with his little Chuckie doll hands. But
gonna look at his
he
hands
has
next
really
time.
tiny hands. His whole hand was in my eyeball. That's how small his hand was. Tiny. He's a very tiny doll hand, and I would have to say, I really work hard for the fact that I want to square off with John McChesney. I want to lock up with Big League John McChesney at all costs. Like, everything about that guy. Like, I mean, you don't like his attitude. I mean, that's understandable, but you can't deny the fact that the guy comes and he brings it every time he steps in the ring. And that's just one of those guys that you can actually get in there with, and win or lose, you'll become better. You'll learn something, you know, and at some point in time, it's going to just, he opens eyes in his matches. So I definitely was fine locking up with John McChesney.
Awesome.
And I dress better than him. I just want to say that.
You know, actually, that leads to my next question. Justin Plummer, who from IWC Aftershock, he wanted to ask. Well, let me make sure I get the wording right here. Where do you draw your fashion inspiration from? Because you come to the shows and you're one of the dressed up guys.
Yeah, I was brought into the business and by great guys that pretty much knew where to direct me on it, and they told me this is a business, treat it as such. You know, so I do. You know, I just make sure that I'm dressed the right way and I conduct myself the right way. It's just pretty much how I was brought into it when I started everything. My fashion inspiration, this patterns and colors really stand out with me. Like, I mix and match things so much that I just make sure that they go together. I'll match like an Argyle with a striped shirt and some jeans and some like dress shoes, and it'll work. I don't know how I pull it off, because if anybody else did it, you'd probably just be like, who dressed you and why? But I pull it off really well. So.
And it definitely sticks out, because I mean, I know, like, getting to the shows, a lot of times you'll see like McChesney shows up in the suit. Like, I kind of liken it to Ric Flair, you know, always showing up in the best suit possible, right? But it's just a shirt and tie, you know. I mean, you definitely have a bit of flair when you walk into the building there.
Oh yeah, it's just, you got to put little accent marks on things, and then on top of all that, you don't want to overdo it. Like, there's sometimes that I'll just wear my glasses and have a fresh haircut and leave it at that. Or every once in a while, I'll just have on a fedora of a whole outfit. But every once in a while, you just have to mix and match things. Things just have to come to you. You have to look at it and wonder what you can do with this. Because there's a lot of times that I'll look at a shirt, because I actually have a really neat purple shirt that I had no idea how I was going to match with anything, and now I got all kinds of options with it.
Maybe you should have your own fashion segment on Aftershock.
Oh, yeah. Well, I should. And then on top of that, they should just let me crack on people the whole time.
There you go. Plumber, book it. I know he's watching. From the chat. Go ahead.
Plumber's mad because I was better dressed than him at Super Indie.
For those that haven't watched Aftershock, now understand that Plumber was wearing this, like, what? It was a vest, and it sparkled red, and he had the bow tie.
He looked exactly like an angry figure skater, is what he looked like.
Which is weird, since he's smiling all the time.
Yeah, that's what it was. That was the angry figure skater. He knows he has to smile on the ice, or he's not going to get points for it. That's that smile. It wasn't It wasn't even like a happy smile. It was just like, I have to smile or I'm going to lose and I'm going to be pissed.
And
that was what that was.
And that's probably how Chuck Roberts gives score on the Aftershock episodes in reality. So that actually kind of works.
Hey, they actually, I heard that, Chuck actually stopped being a businessman for a hot minute and helped Plummer bedazzle that whole vest. I heard that.
Excellent. So with that, well, I did get a question asking if they can have your Prodigy username as well, since we were talking about MySpace a little earlier.
Yeah, man, I'm bringing MySpace back. I'm so serious. MySpace was just completely gypped out by Facebook, and I'm bringing MySpace back in a big way as soon as I remake it, because I actually did stop using MySpace myself. But I'm gonna get back on it.
There you go. Justin Timberlake and Mike Rayne on MySpace, so you can go check that out. Let's bring it back around that final question, and the only person who can ask it is DJ Lunchbox.
Hey, yeah, final question, big question we've got here on the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Ask it to all of our guests. It's a very revealing question. Don't just rush headlong into it, or go ahead and rush headlong into it. Whatever you feel is best. The question, my friend, for you is, if you could be any vegetable, which one would it be?
An artichoke, and I didn't even have to think about it.
Holy crap.
Right out of the gate with that. Why an artichoke?
Yeah, trust me. That's a question that I've been dying to get asked since high school.
What?
So I've been ready for this. I've been ready for that question for a long time, sir. You know how many times that I've just walked in a grocery store hoping that somebody would come up to me like, vegetables. Which one would you want to be? I've always thought about that, artichoke. And you know why? Just for the simple name of it. It sounds like a tough vegetable from artichoke. Think about that. You want to really get down with something with choking it? Do you? No, you don't. So that's what I'm going with.
There you go, Mike Rayne. Go check him out. He's what do you got coming up? You got any shows people can check it out around the area?
Well, actually, I'm going to have to check that schedule, but necessarily, it's always easy to find out where I'm at because I post it everywhere all the time. You can't miss me. If I'm doing something simple, it's on my Facebook, Mike Rayne. If you're looking for me on there, I'm the guy without a shirt on. I'm practically naked. You can't miss that. If there's like 150 Mike Raynes, there's probably just one that's tan and naked. So it's probably me. So that's the best way for you to actually figure out where I'm at. Check it out because I say it everywhere. I tell you things that you don't even want to know. You could care less that I'm in Giant Eagle cashing in the change that was in my car, but I'm going to tell you. So.
And that's what social media is for. You need more. I tried to find some here during the show here. You need more pictures of you with that wardrobe there Plummer was talking about.
Well, after I just called him a built figure skater, he's probably going to just try and delete everything and burn everything now. He's probably yelling at his wife, now burn it, just burn it all, throw it in there, burn it. But that's just what it is. He actually should, because if you ever see what the pictures look like on that, you should have turned the volume down on that thing. Loud.
Awesome. Mike Rayne, check him out. I know he's all over the IWC shows from the last year. You can check those out over at sorgatronmedia.com. And the IWC YouTube. There's a lot of matches and stuff on there and a lot of trailers. You can check out what he pops up in and anything else. What other promotions are you generally in?
Well, I do a good amount of between, let's see, there's IWC, there's HKW, there's MCW, RAPW, so many of them. There's just so many of them, and there's so many accent marks and just abbreviations here all day.
Awesome. All right, go look up Mike Rayne on the Googles, find out where he's popping up near your town or on DVDs or whatnot. Thanks a lot, Mike, for joining us.
Hey, thank you for having me, you guys.
Thanks, Mike Rayne. It was great talking to that young upstart in the independent wrestling world. Go check him out, Mike Rayne, on the internet. Go check out IWC to see what he's going to be doing. And now it's time for the Indie Minute for this week, perfect transition. Let's talk about indie wrestling. There's only a few short things I want to talk about. It's going to be very brief, and we may get into some discussion. But the first thing I do want to talk about is the thing that I'm going to keep talking about until the day of it happens. Go check out Inspire Pro. Facebook.com/Inspire Pro Wrestling. Twitter @InspireProRes. Our event is coming up. It's a mere week or so away. July 7th at the Marchesa Theater in Austin, Texas, right across from Highland Mall in downtown Austin. It is going to be an absolutely stacked event. ACH, Davey Vega, Chuck Taylor, three-way match. Winner gets a shot in a match to become the first Inspire Pro champion. There's going to be tons of the young, hungry Texas talent showing what they can do. Guys like Bolt Brady, guys like JoJo Bravo, Ricky Starks, Alex Raines, tons of guys that are really great talents that need to be showcased, and they're going to get a chance to July 7th. So if you want to buy your tickets, go to inspireprowrestling.blogspot.com. Please do it. Do it for me.
And let's not forget about the voice of Inspire Pro Wrestling on the mic is going to be Eamon here.
Do it because you love me.
There you go.
But also do it because it's going to be a ton of great wrestling, and it's going to be a really, really awesome show. I am super, super excited, and I cannot wait for everyone in the Texas area to join me July 7th at the Marchesa Theater for the beginning of Inspire Pro.
And you, too, can get your own #ACH boner.
Sure, why not?
They're giving them away. They're giving them away at the door.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have a raffle. We're having a raffle
for an ACH boner.
Why not?
The ACH boner, yes.
This show just got weird.
I put in $1 for
Okay,
that.
so let's turn it around. Let's turn it around to something we can all discuss, because you don't have to watch indie wrestling to discuss this. And let's get into it. Ring of Honor, great wrestling promotion. Number 3 in the country. They're doing great stuff. They aren't necessarily doing some great stuff with iPay-per-views. Their iPay-per-views have had problems in the past, and their most recent iPay-per-view for Best in the World 2013 had tons and tons of problems. To the point where, it was people couldn't watch the show to most of the degree. And Ring of Honor announced this week that they're done doing iPay-per-views. They released a statement saying, no more iPay-per-views. We're not doing it anymore. We're going to have events live on demand. Our big sort of pay-per-view-esque events are going to be live on demand. I wanted to discuss this because I don't know the tech behind doing iPay-per-views. I don't know what all goes involved. I know Sorg probably would know a bit more than I would. But I think the thing that irks me, and I mentioned this on Twitter, it's not the fact that independent wrestling companies have problems with their iPay-per-views. My big problem is how certain companies sort of handle those problems, and also how they handle the customers that sort of have to go through those problems.
Mm-hmm.
That's my big issue. When Ring of Honor, or even a company like Dragon Gate USA, or Evolve, which has been given a lot of crap, and I think rightfully so, for the way they've handled it, the whole idea of, sorry you couldn't view the pay-per-view, it's going to be on demand within a day. I think that is absolutely piss poor. When people need to realize you're not just devoting $10, $15 to a wrestling show. You're donating that money because you want to see it live, as it happens, spoiler-free, so you can get immersed in it. I can't get immersed, and being the independent wrestling guy, I can't get immersed in a DVD or video on demand like I can an actual show that I'm seeing happen and seeing play out.
Mm-hmm.
It is an entirely different experience. And, even companies like Dragon Gate USA, I forgot if it was Dragon Gate or Evolve, they had serious problems with one of their most recent iPay-per-views. They put it out for them on demand so they could, give it to their viewers. And, half of it was missing. The first half wasn't there for people to watch. It's horrible.
It does seem like, and this is where the discussion kind of led on the Facebook, was the problem is, a lot of these guys, I don't want to say this in a certain way here, but people they want to be able to do these things that are going to make them money, like pay-per-views, but they don't want to put the time and money into it to do it right. And especially, and it's even worse with a case like Ring of Honor, because they sit there and they promote it on national TV week after week for these pay-per-views, get probably better numbers than everybody else because of that. And then this happens, and they don't handle it.
And that's the response I think a lot of fans are giving them is like, you're on national television.
Yeah.
Why can you not be doing good pay-per-views?
You're owned by a television set.
I know they're
conglomerate,
but still, like it's absolutely ridiculous, and it's more like I said, it's more about the whole customer service aspect. I hate that wrestling companies decide to not treat it like an actual business.
No, exactly, and that's exactly it. For as much as Ring of Honor does well, going to like the recent Pittsburgh show, and maybe you saw this at your San Antonio show, Eamon. But like I looked down and I saw their audio setup and everything, and it's not too much different than what we do at IWC. No, really. And
they had a hard cam and a couple really nice cameras, but
and I'm just talking about what they have in the back. I mean, just it's not like, okay, they got those lights, but other than that, they're not putting a lot more into it. It looks like it's not like really Prime Wrestling has more tech behind that show than Ring of Honor does. Legit, okay. From what I'm seeing there, maybe it's more stuffed in the back. I don't know, but it really, I feel like from what I've seen, other than the HD Net days, it does feel like that's what's happening. And I don't know what system they're using. Apparently they have a redundancy problem. If they're seriously going in, not testing and depending on the internet, sitting in those armories, gymnasiums, whatever the hell they're using, I don't know. You can't do that, guys.
That's such a crapshoot that that's not the way to go.
Or maybe they're like some of the guys I've heard. They were like, oh yeah, we used like this MiFi hotspot thing and to connect and everything. No, it's horrible quality. I'm paying $15 for this, and those are the things. Hearing about the problems with Ring of Honor, who should be the one that's the best at this, right?
Yeah,
out of anybody. I hear them having problems. That gives me pause. Every time I'm like, oh, there's a pay-per-view. I'm not going to bother with that, And I want to support them. I buy a ticket every time they come to town. I try to watch the show anytime I can. I talk them up to other people that are tied to WWE, I have friends saying they're completely down with Ring of Honor versus everything else.
And even like in the aspect of the customer service stuff, I look at a company like Chikara, who hasn't done necessarily perfect pay-per-views.
No.
They had their issues. Normally they're pretty good though. But when Chikara does theirs and people are tweeting them and Facebooking them about the problems they are having as the pay-per-view is happening, Chikara's doing tech support. They're going to Twitter and they're trying to diagnose these problems and they're trying to get it done. If you message a company like Ring of Honor or Dragon Gate USA, you won't hear from them till like hours after the end of the show.
Yeah, and that's having somebody that gets that. You know what I mean? Chikara's always been ahead of the curve as far as media and online and everything like that. I bet you, I don't know for sure, but I bet when Dave Lagana was over at Ring of Honor, how big he was in his social media. I don't think that would have happened if he had anything to do with it. And I know he was in charge of some of the pay-per-view production. So that's one of those things. It just people. Some of these guys just don't get it, Some of these guys that should know better. They're respected companies, Like I dig on Evolve and Dragon Gate and Ring of Honor and all the rest of them, but yeah, you're a business like everybody else, guys. Just because it's a wrestling business, it's still a business in the name, guys, and you gotta treat it like that. And it's sad to see this. And that's the reason I always get paused. I don't want to do pay-per-views until I know I can do it and not have this problem. Because that makes everybody look bad. That makes my company look bad. That makes their company look bad. I'm not going to do it, unless I start listing off all the factors in the thread. I'm not getting into that here. Mike, do you have any thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, I've never ordered an iPay-per-view or anything like online like that for those specific reasons. Because I've never heard, not even from WWE, I've never heard that. Oh, the streaming was magnificent. If I want to watch something and watch it and pay good hard-earned money to watch it, and I have a choice between my little computer monitor with possibly not excellent streaming, or the big-ass TV I have sitting down in my living room, and I have those options, I'm going to take the living room. Not 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, now take into account though, a lot of things like iPay-per-views on Go Fight Live and now WWE streams and everything. You can get on your Xbox, Roku, stuff like that. So that's becoming like an internet TV option. Like that's an option for me.
But
as
it
a
also
cord cutter,
depends
too.
on your connection.
Yes, of course.
Because I mean, I live in an old building.
Yeah.
My connection in my living room to my Wi-Fi is way worse than my connection in my bedroom.
Of course.
Like,
of course.
I can't play Xbox. I can't play games on Xbox.
But more and more people are getting over that
what I mean?
hurdle, that it's becoming an option, or else we wouldn't all have Roku boxes out there, right? There's still people like you that do have that issue. But I mean, but even like something like this as an option for experimenting with some of the indies.
I don't know. I mean, when the only kind of streams I watch online are the less than legal streams I get at Justin's house.
Yes,
and those are usually like, although those are broadcast live through the internet.
Yeah,
their source is from a TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And those are magnificent streams.
And we do need to cite that yes, WWE had a similar problem with their new Xbox and everything else app pay-per-view with WrestleMania, and they didn't give any kind of refund either. And that's
they did. They did for some people.
They did. Okay.
Not for everyone, but
okay. Because I mean,
I think it's slightly different though, because WWE. I'm not saying you can do that, but when it happens, they're not losing they may not lose a huge majority of their audience because they're the top dog and they're this giant conglomerate. And when you're an independent wrestling company, you need every customer that you can get.
Exactly.
And you should be doing everything in your power to keep those customers.
Exactly.
It's like how you run any business. If I go into a restaurant and my food is 30 minutes late and none of the wait staff acknowledges me whatsoever, and it comes out cold or whatever, I don't go to that restaurant again.
LB, I don't
People don't realize that with professional wrestling.
LB, I don't think you've done a live stream, but I mean, is this the kind of news that gives you pause going into trying these in general?
I have done. I've done a live stream through WWE before, not Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
And I have two reactions. I'm all off center. I'm sorry. I have two reactions to this story. The first thing was when I just saw the headline, I thought, do we even have to report this? Ring of Honor has an iPay-per-view problem. That's not news. The news, I think, and good for them, is that they're getting out of the iPay-per-view business.
Yeah.
Because it's not working. So good for them there. The other thing is I have streamed a WWE pay-per-view legally with the monies and the browser to the television and so on and so forth, and they had problems with it. You know, they're the ones who can spend the money and the time and the resources, the employees, to take care of these problems, and they had problems with it. So I'm not shocked that Ring of Honor and Chikara and any other company would have a huge problem with it. I say good for Ring of Honor for getting out of the iPay-per-view business.
It's a really good opportunity for a lot of these companies to get themselves out there, and I know everybody wants this to happen, but I really think the technology at this level is too immature for trying to get this much money out of people. You know what I mean?
I think it's like what you said, Sorg. If you have that surety and you know it's going to work, then do it.
Listen,
do you guys remember, like, back... I'm sorry, Sorg, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
I remember back in the 90s, when my mom would order pay-per-views for me, we would have so many problems with the cable companies.
Yes.
Because I remember calling, like I would have friends over, like parties of friends over to watch wrestling pay-per-views, and we'd wait and we'd watch, and as soon as we saw the warning label come up, like "Do not copy this" and all, we all cheered because we're like, the pay-per-view went through.
People still,
but if it didn't, then my mom had to call the cable company. Would stay on hold with them for up to an hour.
We had satellite, man. We had Prime Star. We had Direct TV. We're like, oh, is this supposed to rain? Oh man, I really need to see Starrcade. You know, I mean, that's a whole other can of worms. But I remember going to Remedy's place to see Survivor Series, and it's on Comcast, and we didn't get it. we sat there. We're like, so I guess there's a Survivor Series, huh? So, but yeah,
sweet
you're
pay-per-view.
right. You're right, but still, I think you're not having enough instance of success with iPay-per-views to make it worth it. It's too early, and you need that redundancy. I have a good friend that does really interesting things that could go horribly, horribly wrong for high-paying clients, and the redundancy, the ideas of redundancy you do with that kind of thing on that level. And with other companies that I listen to as kind of like where they go, and this is on the technical side, guys. But you gotta think about the cable dropped the ball, or is it disconnection there? But you gotta think when WWE does WrestleMania, do you know how many backups they have? The only reason the Super Bowl had a problem is because the damn power went out in the place. And notice we still had a video feed. I mean, that gives you an idea of what WWE is doing, because that is a production, that is a major production. And if Ring of Honor is, something like, the internet goes down, or something, is there a backup plan? How can you have a backup plan when you're dependent on the facility's internet? I'm presuming they're not going off anything else. I don't know, but that really feels like they're just missing the boat on what they need to do. So, any final words? We gotta move on here.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I'm glad we had the discussion, and I think
Good talk.
there's a lot of discussion to be had about it.
Yeah, great discussion happening. If you want to check it on the thread over on the Facebook group, Wrestling Mayhem Show, a crazy thread going on over there. So lay in your opinion. A lot of people on either side of the fence there laying out opinions. So go check that out and let us know yours. So that's it. Thanks for the Indie Minute there, Eamon. Let's go check out what's going on WMS Gold. Let's take a little peek what happened at Super Indie a couple weeks ago, and we'll be right back with a very special contributed. Remember when?
How did Starbucks get my fucking email address? What the fuck do they want?
Okay, Dante and Randall.
They want your dick.
Hey, Bobby, do you fucking work for Starbucks?
I literally had a heart attack about an hour ago because I didn't know who was in the dock.
Who is that?
I was like, who is
I
in
just
the
did
dock?
that. I was like, who the fuck is this person? I'm not good.
Yes.
Let's get my money's worth out of this, okay?
Fuck yeah, and then we're going to Coney Island.
Then we're going to Coney Island and going to ride stupid shit with glass on my face.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Now, it is time for the very special portion of Remember When. But this week, we have a fan-submitted Remember When. So take it away, Matt.
Close enough.
Hey, top of the morning, Mayhem crew. It's Matt Garland's Real Time
You're rusty,
Mainstream Media. I don't need these. Hey, thanks for letting me play along, Sword. Sorry, it's just him.
Where do you pull that kid from?
Take a moment and kind of make a little suggestion for this week's Remember When, because Friday is the 15th anniversary of a very important sporting event in the history of Pittsburgh sports, and a very important day in the history of professional wrestling. It's going to be the 15th anniversary of King of the Ring 1998. What are you looking at? King of the Ring 1998, which of course was the fateful night when Mick Foley was chucked off the top of the Hell in a Cell at Mellon Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Not just a great moment in Pittsburgh sports history, but a great moment in professional wrestling history. So enjoy this little talking point, and I'll hang up and listen. Thanks a lot. Bye, guys.
Wait, so what? What's the basis?
So can I like mute my mic for this whole segment?
That's why I put the Wikipedia link in, WrestleFan, so you can do your goddamn research.
I fucking remember it.
That's what did I just say? What did I just say?
I know what happened.
Wikipedia link so you can look it up, maybe watch a clip.
I've seen clips, okay?
Hold
I
on,
just
bring it
wasn't
back,
there
bring it
when
back,
it
bring it back,
happened.
guys. No, that's not me. Thanks, Matt, for that video. Remember if you want to do a video, remember when, email something or other, do it on YouTube, do it on Tout, do it on Facebook, Instagram, Vine, and just send it over at Mayhem, or send the link over to goodtimes@wrestlingmayhemshow.com. And we can play it on the air, just like Matt's right there. So what do you guys think? King of the Ring, 1998. LB.
Wasn't that was also the year that Ken Shamrock won the King of the Ring, wasn't it?
I gotta confess, I don't think I've seen too much except that incident of that King of the Ring.
It's all. Let me tell you a little bit about the card. You had the Headbangers and Taka Michinoku versus Kai and Tai. The tournament involved Vader, The Rock, Triple H, X-Pac, Owen Hart, Scorpio, D'Lo Brown, Dan Severn, Ken Shamrock, Kama Mustafa.
Look at that poster.
Mark Henry.
Look at that
Terry
poster.
Funk. What?
Look at that poster.
That is the 90th card to ever have 90s.
Jeff Jarrett, Farouk, Mark Merrow, and Steve Blackman. And in a tournament with The Rock, Triple H, Terry Funk, the person who won was Ken Shamrock, beating The Rock in the final. So,
And out of all those people you mentioned, The Rock was the only one to even make the semis.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot memorable there.
I'm not gonna lie. The only memory I have of King of the Ring '98 was being legitimately upset that Austin lost the title after Kane had already been busted open.
Well, that's right.
Because Kane was wearing a mask and you couldn't tell.
Yeah,
I believe he had a cut on his arm, and they said that didn't count. And then Taker was the one who busted Austin open, and this was like Austin was being white hot at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being legitimately upset. I'm like,
that was the 24-hour title reign, wasn't it?
Yes, that was Kane's first shining glory before he regained that glory after almost killing his father.
When was Tennessee Lee a thing?
Tennessee Lee.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at Wikipedia. Jeff Jarrett was managed by somebody named Tennessee Lee.
Dude, use your remember box. That is Colonel Parker.
Oh, okay.
That is Colonel Robert
remember this
Lee
stuff?
I didn't know Colonel Parker was in WWF.
Intern Mike is nodding to this stuff.
I do remember his brief WWE run as Tennessee Lee. Yeah, Colonel Parker.
I know Colonel Parker of WCW. I just didn't know he ever did WWF.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he took the divorce of Sherry Martel really tough, so he slummed it up north when Jeff Jarrett came back.
Oh no. Oh boy! All right, and with that, I think, is that all our memories?
All right,
you got one?
Well, yeah. It's Remember When.
Okay,
you're supposed to have a thing. I remember in the documentary, the Between the Ropes documentary, where after the match, is it? No, wait. Oh shit, that was The Rock match. Oh God, where he got hit in the head a bunch.
Yeah, that
where
was
he's
Royal Rumble.
Getting stitched up and talking to his children.
Yeah, that was Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that was Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble
And you're thinking
match,
Beyond the Mat.
Okay. I remember throwing people through the roof of the cell in every wrestling video game I've ever played.
That's true.
And that's where it started.
Oh, and I
you,
believe we'd all
mankind.
be remiss if we didn't say, "Good God Almighty, he is broken in half."
That's a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for that. Remember when? Now let's go to Mad Mike's. Oh, hey, Mad Mike.
Hi.
Oh, that's right. We don't do that thing anymore, do we?
No, I don't have a whiteboard. I'm not, working. Technically, I'm being paid, but I'm not working. It's a thing.
Dad.
So you don't have a wife.
It's Dad.
Fun employed.
So we have a visual of. I don't know how this is going to work. WrestleFan, we have the Unwashed Masses comments, but they're actually visual this week, as I requested.
Yeah.
What are we
Bobby's
looking
on
at?
the ball, and he even blurred out the names and the faces.
Oh wow! Look at what's going on here.
We're not getting sued in this show.
Nope. Of course, I can't bring it up visually though.
Okay, yeah. Comments from the Unwashed Masses for this week. I hope Sorg is able to bring that up. These are comments from the WWE Facebook page from, the WWE universe. So here we go. And this is a stream of comments in a Facebook post.
Okay.
Great match won by Chris Benoit's crossface. R.I.P. We miss you. ... Actually, Gene LaBelle invented that move. That's why it was called the LaBelle Lock. If you don't know him, look him up. Yes, but it was Benoit's signature and used as a tribute to him on the anniversary of his death. Not even WWE want nothing to do with him. You want to do stuff to him? Typical Dockers fan, weirdo.
Dockers?
Oh my god, it's got smaller. What happened?
Sorry.
I can't read it anymore.
Sorry, I moved it in the dock and it went away.
No!
I'm sorry.
What's happening?
I'm sorry, I screwed it up.
I'm going to use typical Dockers fan as an insult for everything from now
There you go.
on.
There he is! It's back! It's back!
I'm
Cover
sorry,
that
I
up.
screwed up the dock.
It's okay, I was at Dockers fan, I think.
Yes.
What? It's true. WWE has blocked him. He did kill his family.
Oh my god.
That's not the same move. Similar, yes, but it's not the crippler crossface. Anyone who would miss a murderer needs a head exam. Apparently, I need a head examination too. ... So yeah, that's the comments from the Unwashed Masses for this week.
There you go. Maybe we should do them in theater mode like we were doing the comics over on Let's Play.
Can we talk about one thing briefly?
Yes.
Last night, I saw a lot of stuff on Twitter all throughout the day. And the thing I would keep posting to people is a article that's from a website called themandibleclaw.wordpress.com. It's from a couple months ago, called The Last Conversation We Ever Need to Have About Chris Benoit.
Yes.
And if you ever think about, having a discussion about Chris Benoit, read that over and just stop. Like, seriously stop. Because we need to stop talking about him. Seriously. You can, admire the fact that he was a great professional wrestler. You can learn a lot from his matches. You can, think fondly of when you watched him wrestle. That's fine. Guess what? He's not going to get notoriety. He's not getting into the Hall of Fame. And you know why? Because he murdered people. End of discussion, Internet. Stop. The fact that the insinuation that there was a chance that Benoit would ever get in the Hall of Fame in the first place is horrible.
Yeah, it's funny. I did actually find myself in a discussion about this after the show when Dutters was leaving. We talked bullshit for like an hour afterwards. But yeah, it's just like, man, I want it to not be true, but it's true. And guys, this is something that's bigger than wrestling. And
yeah,
you guys,
I know you think you're super funny dude in the crowd that wears a Chris Benoit t-shirt, but he murdered his wife and son.
But he's a good wrestler. Yeah, wrestling's fake.
Yeah.
Murder's real. Fuck you. Go away.
Exactly. Yeah, because wrestling totally gets a pass as opposed to any other medium when it comes to this shit.
All right.
Guys,
what's up, Mike?
When I worked at WWE and, had to log thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of sometimes really bad wrestling.
Yes.
They had several buttons on the little program that we used for different things. Like sometimes you'd have milestone, blood, things like that. They created a separate button. The only thing that we used this button for was for Chris Benoit mentions and Owen Hart mentions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
There was a single button in the program for the entire recorded history of everything WWE owns in order to flag where Chris Benoit is mentioned, said, seen, everything.
That's right. Because
You
I mean,
will
how
never
many
see him again.
matches? How many matches are like, you do? I don't know. Let's do an Eddie Guerrero best of, later on down the line. But how many of them are like Raw matches, which happen to be along the time where like Chris Benoit would happen to be involved in another angle, and you know how they talk about the other angles, like during other people's matches on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to blank out like entire sections of that match just to show the match.
They still take him out of the WWE 24/7 feed.
Yeah.
I was watching WrestleMania X7. Benoit angle, gone.
Oh, wow.
Completely not shown. Not mentioned. They showed No Mercy 2002. Or 2000. No Mercy 2000. Okay?
Yeah.
Triple H and Benoit had a match where Triple H got beat the fuck up. He was bloodied, he was buried, he was bruised.
Yeah.
Didn't show the entire match. This is Triple H having his match taken off.
Yeah.
Yet, they showed the shot of him later talking to Stephanie, and I'm wondering, why the fuck is Triple H there?
What happened? Did
Why
he
is
trip
he in
in the
his
back?
gear?
What's going on
Why is he
here?
beat up?
Exactly.
I actually own the 2007 ladder match DVD, like the best ladder matches DVD, and it's a shame he barely squeaked in there with the SmackDown ladder match. He had him and Jericho against a bunch of other tag teams.
The only reason
and
he was
there's a
in that
part
was
where
because he
Benoit
was the one who
talks
grabbed
about
the
it.
belts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
there's a part
only
where
reason.
Benoit talks about it in the DVD, and it barely skated by from when the incident happened.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, seriously, people, wrestling gets no. Wrestling doesn't deserve a pass, just like any other medium when it comes to this stuff. The dude murdered people. Stop it.
Exactly. Yep. Hey.
All that being said, I still enjoy the Naked Gun movies.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you can enjoy. Damn it. Damn it. Hey, I found the long
Sorry,
lost
I had to throw the OJ reference
Make
in.
sure you at Mayhem Show, not at Wrestling Mayhem Show when you send us stuff. But Wheels has something to say.
Oh, hey. It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Come, nigga.
He was supposed to
But
say
that's it?
He was supposed to say it with a U. He was supposed to say it with a U.
With the U?
Yeah.
All right, I need to screen these
Nugga.
things. Holy crap.
I am not a nugga. I'm a Blackheart, damn it. A winner. A soul survivor.
Now, wait a minute. This deserves some explanation. There was a tweet that we saw. What's that?
I don't understand a thing that's happening.
Okay, there was a tweet last night. What was the guy's name?
Damn Nugger.
Damn Nugga.
DAYUMNUGGAH.
Yes, and then you were like, who is this guy? First of all, how did that get through? Second of all, why is your picture on Twitter the Twin Towers exploding?
He was a big fan of Akeem and the Boss Man.
Second thing. Second thing. Where's your tweet that I just saw on TV that's not in your stream at all?
Because he was a smart man and he left it from the scene of the accident with no trail.
But no, there was a tweet about WWE, but it wasn't the one we saw on television. Did they edit it or something? Yet they let his name in? We said when this started, I felt bad for whoever is sifting through all of that, all those hashtags and all those touts. I know we don't see touts much anymore, but they're still doing them. Wheels' touts are still playing on this laptop down here. It's creeping me out. Why do you have a stuffed animal?
That's the problem with touts.
Touts. I mean, it's inevitable that something like this slips through. And I just love that we all like, wait a minute, what the hell was that?
Also, if you actually use the app, as a new way to watch television, the tweets that get through there, oh man,
they're not trying. They're not trying on that
There was one about, I believe it was about someone getting raped in the booty hole with a finger.
Wow.
Just on the app.
It's okay. It's a new way to watch
screen cap of
TV.
it. I tweeted it last
The kids
night,
don't have the apps, even though how many kids
That's
have
the
iPod
problem
touches?
that happens when you name your show Raw.
That's true. I always wondered about that too, because like it's just hashtag Raw.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's Raw. I can.
Yeah,
think
last
of,
week I saw a recipe for raw vegan food.
On the app?
It was hashtag raw. It came up in the WWE app.
That's awesome. You guys. Maybe you should make it hashtag WWE Raw. You know,
I hope there are porn bots out there that realize this and just send awful, awful pictures. Hashtag raw. Because that also works.
I thought hashtag payback might have been a little too broad. I mean, hashtag main event seems a little too broad. They're going to run into something really bad one of these days where, like, some parents are going to be like, look what I found in the app. And I don't know. I think it could be in trouble. But hey, that's social media.
It's Twitter's fault, not ours.
It's Twitter's fault, not theirs, apparently. Excellent. So I have a note in here about CM Punk equals Lindsay Lohan from Mean Girls. Can somebody explain why this is in my document?
It's true. It's entirely true.
Okay.
I have never seen Mean Girls, but I assume that what's happening with him and Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman's friends, they're all attacking CM Punk because he doesn't want to be friends anymore. I assume it's something along those lines.
All right. So are the Paul Heyman guys the Plastics?
Yes.
Yes, they are the Plastics, as is my understanding of that movie.
Okay, I'm sorry. I only know because Mean Girls is on like every like if you watch TBS,
Okay.
I'm sure at least a fourth of it is Mean
Do
Girls.
I need to watch Mean Girls now?
All right, guys. As a Mean
Mike
Girls
Chioda
aficionado,
is Tina Fey.
I am a Mean Girls aficionado. This is fine. I can explain this.
Are you a member of the Mean Girls fan club?
I am, because it's full of attractive women, a rendition of Jingle Bell Rock, and it's hilarious. It has Tina Fey in a bra. That immediately sells anything for me. I don't care.
It's full of attractive women and Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan was attractive back then, WrestleFan. Do your
I
research.
don't know.
Do your research. Anyway, Paul Heyman is clearly Regina George, the leader of the Plastics, the Queen Bee. Everyone follows her. Brock Lesnar would be Karen, because Karen is the one that really shouldn't speak but does a lot, and kind of the stupid one. Curtis Axel is blanking on her name, but is Lacey Chabera's character, and that is Curtis Axel because she is Curtis Axel, very tag along, very thrown in at the end. Probably should be with his own people like a Richie Steamboat or other, third generation wrestlers. And CM Punk is very much an outcast. Like Brock Lesnar and Curtis Axel, they were both brought up within the WWE system. CM Punk was an outsider. He was homeschooled, i.e. indie wrestling. I've thought about
indie
this.
wrestling is wrestling's Australia.
Yes, indie wrestling is Australia. It is full of convicts, and if you wrestle Edge, you will get chlamydia and you will die. I don't know. It works.
Oh, shit.
But CM Punk comes in, like Paul Heyman sees him in a show and says, "Oh, I like your GTS. You should come join with me." And then he becomes plastic. And now he's trying to break away from the plastic mold. And I'm pretty sure this works out where Lizzie Kaplan is Colt Cabana, but I haven't gotten that far yet.
Your analogy works, especially with the whole Paul Heyman being Regina George thing, because they love to note the fact of how fat Paul Heyman is now. And basically Paul Heyman's just on that part where he was given the diet bars, and he just keeps gaining weight because he was given a diet bar by CM Punk.
That was your angle into SummerSlam.
Thank you, WrestleFan.
I've watched way too many fucking Mean Girls. Oh.
Oh man, it's not on any Netflix or anything. Okay. Anyways,
How is it not?
I don't know, man. TBS has got it locked down, I guess. So there you go.
Mean Girls is streaming on Netflix.
It is?
Everyone watch it tonight. That is your
up.
homework.
It didn't come up. I'll look it up.
That is your homework.
I'll look it up. All right. With that, somebody has a bet. There was a bet. There's
There was a
hockey.
bet.
There's hockey that happened over the weekend.
Wait, why are we talking about hockey?
Because it's in
Same
the
reason I'm
doc.
wearing a CM Punk shirt, because Boston lost.
Well, yeah. There was a bet. It was tweeted, and there you go. There you go, showing off his shirt. But apparently, there was a wager between the resident Chicago and Boston natives in WWE, and as he says, a wager's a wager. And there's Punk getting his dues with John Cena there. So there you go.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. Who put this in the doc? Why am I the only one
It's
talking
Chicago
about it?
and Boston. How would it not be a thing with them?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I don't follow.
They're like besties now.
Notice that CM Punk was definitely at a Blackhawks game tweeting a picture of where he was sitting and not at a WWE live event. You know.
Yeah, it was him and Lita.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think maybe one of the early playoff games those two went together.
Awesome. So there you go. Anything else we want to touch on? Raw last night was
Raw was great.
Daniel
The
Bryan
show-
main event. Holy shit!
Best match I've seen of Randy Orton in years.
I know, right?
Leg Kick just posted a picture of Punk holding the Stanley Cup.
Oh man, hold on. Let me see if I can get that chat up.
Oh my god. Best in the fucking world. That is awesome.
No. Daniel Bryan's the best in the world. We already established
No,
this.
that picture is the best
There
in the
you
world,
go.
but Daniel
That's
Bryan
awesome.
comes a very close second
It's
for
the
doing the
best
White
in the world
Russian
of
no
pictures.
lock.
If Daniel Bryan was a picture, that would be he would trump that. But
Awesome, guys. Tell me, what did you learn from wrestling this week, Mr. Mad Mike?
I learned that Randy Orton has learned tap, and it's super effective.
Eamon, what about you?
oh shit, I don't know. I learned that always WWE really doesn't mind using the recycling bin, like the Mickey James fat suit that they used for the AJ Caitlyn thing.
You get these things, you want them.
It was better. It was
No,
better. But
See, I have a visualization where AJ and Caitlyn went shopping for that attire together and laughing while they did it.
oh, I hope so.
LB, what about you?
I learned that if you really want to imitate somebody, your muscle suit has to have perfect cleavage, and AJ achieved that last night.
Excellent.
Sorg, what did you learn?
Oh, geez, not prepared. I learned some people just don't get it. You know, like we're seeing with the Ring of Honor. It's just like, guys, you gotta listen to your fans. You gotta pay attention to your fans. You gotta treat your fans good, guys. Just like Eamon was saying. And the ones that do succeed. Chikara, though that kind of
They succeed by not existing.
success. With that, guys, thanks a lot. Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Well,
Wrestling
hold on,
Mayhem.
Sorg, the chat room
The
learned
chat
things.
room learned things. Riz learned that the Rock Apocalypse was missing, and it wasn't graphics or controls or fun. It was zombies. Person learned that WrestleFan is no more. Welcome to the party.
You must have been here before, person.
Alex learned that AJ is cheating on Dolph Ziggler with Hydra.
Yes,
Hey,
true.
when you take down one head, two more pop up.
Bobby FJ Town learned that Ziggy proved he could fly again, and also that concussions make you forget how to shave. Also, that Monday night was the anniversary of nothing happening except Stevie Richards buying a smoothie. Also, let's play Insert Coin to begin. Okay. It's your car reference.
We don't have enough
yo.
outlets.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Wrestling Mayhem Show. WrestlingMayhemShow.com to find all of the hijinks over there, including articles by this crew. You know, you can also check us on iTunes, Stitcher, not Spreaker. I don't think John Fun's been updating that lately. I peeked at it last week. Blip TV, Roku, YouTube for video and audio versions. Also, please, since he's got it up over there, buy the app WMS Gold. You see it on the iPad. It's on the iPhone. It's on the Amazon App Store for Android devices. It's only $1.99. Help support the show, and you get bonus content for each and every episode. Also, drop an email to
Good times.
Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, or drop us a line at 412-206-WMS09670. I do, seriously, if you guys want to keep sending videos, your touts, your YouTube videos, keep them short, please, like under 30 seconds, or Instagram videos, or Vines, at The Mayhem Show, or email the link to goodtimes@WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Make sure it's at Mayhem Show, Hot Wheels, so I don't lose it again.
I can't send Vines.
We didn't even... No, we did explain that N-word thing. Okay.
Yes, we did. We explained
What were the two things I said that I'm not allowed on the show? The N-word, and what was the other one? What I was talking about last night?
Probably the other bad word.
The other bad word. I don't know.
The B word. Benoit.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, you just said it.
I can't remember.
Which we've talked about both.
Extensively, so there we go. This is the show I should not put out. Guys, it's the Wrestling Mayhem Show. It's fun. Thanks, Mad Mike, Eamon, DJ Lunchbox, everybody in the chat room, Mike Rayne, for joining us. Check him out on the Facebooks. Mike's waving, and I'm Mayhem Show. Out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait.